1997, I started the organization of this biennial. But before that, there was already Taipei Biennial. But it's all with the local artists. We were supposed to be more international. We should focus on the countries very near Taiwan. At that time, Asia was started to boom, economically and also culturally. The movies and televisions, even the internet, brings people the information of a new life, which is happening in New York, Paris, London. People start to try to have it in Asia. So they work hard, they earn money. So behind all these new activities, there's a desire of people. We've wanted to focus on the development of Asian culture and society, but it was reflecting the phenomena of Asia of that time.
And 2002 follows immediately one of the biggest shocks, universal shocks, which is the destruction of the Twin Towers. In 2002, we had the feeling that the world had changed a lot. The biennial did not exactly reflect that, but it was in the air to try to find an element that would be of universal value. 2002 Taipei Biennial was organized around the idea of theater, around the idea of the museum as a stage and exhibition as play. You know, again in the West, those pages would be written by academies or by museums. Biennials have been very important for that, brought Taipei and brought Taiwan into the global map. There are other ways to write those pages and transmit those messages efficiently.
因为我们那一届的主题叫做在乎现实吗？其实我们非常想要去探索，在一个全球化的文化架构里面，艺术家是如何在回应他所身处的现实。对双年展本身的期望上面，是希望借由这个展览，让台湾通过艺术实践的方式去跟国际对话。这个时候，你就会发现说，非西方的艺术家他们关注的事情，那个声音可以被听到。
我担任策展人那一届大概是2006年啊，然后那届的主题中文叫限制级瑜伽。瑜伽本来在印度，它其实是一种灵修的一种活动，可是当它开始引介到西方，然后让它变成了一种流行或者潮流的时候，它其实在像台湾这种地方，它很明确的就反映出来一个想要进入一个所谓西方全球化体制，但是它只能够透过一种很表象的所谓时尚潮流的方式去把它呈现出来。在全球化底下，到底作为一个亚洲的边缘国家，它可以怎么去面对这样的一种时代的前进
？2008年事实上是全球金融危机爆发的那一个时间点嘛。双年展开幕当天呢，正好就是雷曼兄弟宣布垮台的那一刻哈，所以2008已经是全球化过程当中，特别是新旧主义所引发出来的很多的反抗运动也好，国家主权的力量的乱用，从底层而来的各式各样的反抗，全球的这种大环境的这些议题如何放到我们自身的我们台湾的当下跟历史来进行检视。
我们一开始的时候，我们在做台北双年展的时候，其实我们第一个思考的最重要的问题就是说，到底一个双年展我们能够做什么，我们不能够做什么？怎么样试图把展览的那个情境把它呈现的有点像是我们自己在照镜子的那个状态。
We wanted to go inside, and we wanted to turn the camera back in. We really focused our energy on trying to understand the institution of art, the institution of the Biennale, the institution of TFAN. Contemporary art right now is very powerful. It changes neighborhoods, it changes schools, it changes the way people think. It's becoming a bit of a monster. And I think it's important to think about how we can use this monster.
We are still in a moment where we are experiencing, a very strong sort of tendency towards the division of identities between countries and nations. And the question was, is it possible to resist this division? One thing that may allow us to resist this division is maybe to think what could be a shared memory. So I thought that was a good moment to do that in the context of Taiwan, because the Taiwanese history is so many layers. You can only understand it in context of a bigger context, of a bigger question of modernity and its colonial past. If this Biennale was able to contribute to that, because it's a necessary process to understand what is happening in the world. In order to do that, you need to understand what the history of that is. No? A shared memory of modernity, a shared memory of our recent past.
It is amazing that it started by Japanese artists for the first version, but it's continued by many European artists. Some came from North America, some came from Asian countries. So openness and network links are amazing for Taipei Biennale. And I think biennial is supposed to be international and global.
台北双年展一个很大的优点就是说，它给予策展人很高度的自主性，而且都能够探讨就是说全球当代文化里面最核心的一些议题。我们可以讲说，让它能够变成是亚洲重要双年展的一个很重要面向。
台北双年展，我觉得它20年来，它应该要建立的是自己的一个双年展的一个论述观。那这个时候你的文化态度是什么，就决定了你这个双年展，它到底是究竟有没有能力站上那个舞台，或者是它就是被边缘化。
它作为一个双年展，它怎么样去跟 local 应该是采取何等的一个关系跟联系？同样这个问题也放在台北双年展之于亚洲的这整个场域要如何去运作？
其实我们了解，现在国际的双年展其实它已经慢慢的有一个所谓的系统可以去被操作包括议题的系统，策展人选择的系统，或者是艺术家的系统。到底我们是要去被淹没在这个系统里面呢，还是说我们有办法走出一个属于我们自己特色的一个道路？我觉得这个其实是蛮值得思考的。